Coming up on Spartan Sports Report,
Michigan State hockey opens their season with back-to-back wins.
the men's basketball team prepares for a season full of high expectations.
And MSU volleyball finished up a 3-game homestand this past weekend.
Welcome back into another episode of Spartan Sports Report. I'm Yusuf Anaya.
And I'm Ben Shockley. Yusuf, we had a lot of Spartan sports in action this week, so let's just get right into it.
Michigan State hockey opened their season at home against Lake Superior State. Spartans created a lot of buzz at the end of last season, and we're looking to build off that this year. Spartans won Game 1 of the series on Saturday with a score of 5-2, and prior to that game, the ice surface was dedicated to Ron Mason, longtime Michigan State coach and athletic director. Now we're inside on ice for Game 2. Here's senior Jeremy Davidson sending it over to the freshman Artem Levshinov, who finds the back of the net. That's Levshinov's first collegiate goal, as he looked very comfortable in his first series with the Spartans. Now it's freshman Patrick Geary turning it over to the Lakers. Connor Milborn cleans it up and puts it top shelf. Lakers tie it up 1-1. But here's a Lakers turnover. Joey Larson going down on the breakaway, but it's denied. Red Savage cleans it up, though, for his second goal in the green and white. Now we're in the third period. Geary makes up for his earlier mistake, sends it to the front of the net, and it's deflected by another transfer, Reed Lebster. And to put the cherry on top, here's assistant captain Carson Dorwart sending the puck into an empty net to get the Spartans their first 2-0 start in 14 years.
You know, the biggest thing we want to make sure is we don't want to clip our guys' wings. They're going to make mistakes, and our job's to coach them through those moments, and we don't want to take the stick out of their hands either. So teaching them how to play winning hockey, but also, allow them to be themselves.
Michigan State heads to Colorado Springs for a pair of games at the Air Force Academy on Thursday and Friday.
Michigan State volleyball took on 2 Big Ten opponents this weekend on Friday and Saturday at the Breslin Center. The team took on number 2 ranked Nebraska in front of a record-setting crowd on Friday night. In a close first set, here's Meredith O'Gorman with a nice kill, but Nebraska wins the set 25-23. In the second, Michigan State's Julia Bishop and Grace Kelly set up Nebraska's offense for a spike, but the Spartan defense held strong, blocking the attempt for a point. MSU wins that set 25-16. Into the third, Nolani Osea made a nice effort to keep the ball alive, but it wasn't enough as Nebraska won the play at the net to take the set 25-15. In the fourth, Nebraska kept control on the court, ending on a nice spike from Harper Murray. Nebraska going on to win that final set 25-11 and winning it 3-1 against Michigan State. On Saturday, the Spartans back in action, taking on Northwestern and looking to get back in the win column. The Spartans came out strong in the first set, as here's a nice block by Amani MacArthur to put the Spartans up 4. They take that set 25-22 on this kill by Taylor Holden. Northwestern responded, though, by taking the second and third sets, led by Julia Sangiacomo, key to turning things around for them, and wasn't alone as Alexa Rousseau picked up many assists during those sets. She finished the match as Northwestern's assist leader with 50. Sangiacomo concluded the match with 32 kills. Into the fourth set, the Spartans were able to stay alive with a crucial ace there from Rachel Meisinga, winning that set. The Wildcats took back control in the fifth set, though, winning it 15-10 and taking the match 3-2. MSU looks to respond after suffering back-to-back losses, but they're in for a test, heading to Lincoln to take on the Cornhuskers in their next match on Friday at 6 p.m.
Coming off of 2 ties, the Michigan State men's soccer team headed to Wisconsin, searching for a spot back in the win column. The Spartans came out hot with Jeremy Sharp scoring his first goal for the green and white just 5 minutes into the first half. After a Badger foul less than 4 minutes later, Sean Kerrigan was able to extend that Spartan lead to 2-0 after his third successful PK of the season. The team wasn't done yet, with Jonathan Stout going on to score the third goal of the night in just the 14th minute. The assist coming from freshman Richie Ludwig. After the trio of Spartan goals, the Michigan State continued to hold off the Badgers into the second half, until Wisconsin's Jack Finnegan found the back of the net in the 73rd minute. Finnegan's goal wouldn't be enough, with Michigan State coming on top 3-1. This win takes the Spartans to 6-0-4 overall and 2-0-2 in conference play. The team will head to Ann Arbor tonight to face the Michigan Wolverines, looking to take home the Big Bear Trophy for back-to-back years. With an undefeated season underway, Spartan Sports Report's Ethan Hunter was able to catch up with the top goal scorer, Sean Kerrigan.
Thank you. Yes, Michigan State soccer has been making a name for themselves this season, especially with transfer and leading goal scorer Sean Kerrigan. He has been massive for the Spartans since transferring from Mercyhurst before this season with 4 goals through 10 games. His parents flew from his hometown in Ireland to watch him score the game-winning goal against Indiana.
I haven't seen them since I went home for a week in the summer. I was amazing to get the winning goal from them as well. So I think they had a good trip overall. At my hometown club, the pitch is there's no benches. It's a hill with long grass. So they were speechless.
Michigan State is 6-0-4 this season with their best start since 2018 and was ranked for the first time since 2019. Kerrigan says this team demands success from each other.
We treat them ties like they're losses. That's the standards we have in the dressing room. So we're going for 3 points, and that's it. We won't be happy otherwise.
Coach Rensing commented on how important Sean has been this season and what he means to the team.
The guys love him. He's fun in the locker room. On the field, he's very professional. He brings a savvy to the final third. He's just got a little veteran feel to him. He makes good decisions. He's comfortable scoring goals. He's comfortable taking penalty kicks.
After beating Wisconsin on Friday, the Spartans have a lot of momentum, and Coach also had a lot of praise for this team as a whole.
Even when we're playing well, I think this group can do better. And it was the same thing with the 2018 group, and I think that shows that this group has a pretty high ceiling.
So great start to the season, but all eyes will be on Ann Arbor tonight as Michigan State and Michigan battle for the Big Bear Trophy.
Thank you so much for that great report, Ethan.
On Saturday night, the Michigan State women's soccer team traveled to Ann Arbor to take on 14th-ranked Michigan in front of a sold-out crowd under the lights at Soccer Stadium. In the 26th minute, Reagan Dalton's cross finds Bella Najira, who heads it to Jordan Wickus to open up the scoring for a 1-0 lead. Just 10 minutes later, a shot from Emerson Sargent deflects off the hands of the goalkeeper Stephanie Sparkowski straight to Gabby Mueller, who sends it to the back of the net. Spartans up 2-0. The Spartans continue attacking following halftime, with Wickus heading in her second goal of the night off another nicely placed ball from Reagan Dalton to grow the Michigan State lead to 3. As time winds down, the game seems all but decided, but Michigan sneaks 2 goals past MSU goalie Caitlin Parks in just 2 minutes. The first goal comes from Sammy Woods on a shot through traffic. The second Wolverine goal comes from a long shot outside the box from Kaylee Burrow. In the 89th minute, the Wolverine rally was not enough to surge ahead of the Spartans in the end, and Michigan State took the match 3-2, marking the team's first back-to-back wins against Michigan in program history and their first win in Ann Arbor since 1994. They'll be back on the road this week with a matchup against Indiana in Bloomington on Thursday night at 7.
The Michigan State men's basketball team welcomed media in Tuesday afternoon for an on-campus media day. There's no doubt the expectations are as high as ever due to a collection of strong returners and a talented freshman class. Head coach Tom Izzo hopes this could be an opportunity to compete for another national championship.
This has still been the greatest opportunity of my life, and somehow, some way, whatever time I have left, which plans to be a little more than a short period, I want to try to win another championship someday, but I want to try to make this still the great place that I know it is. So if that's pressure, if that's the weight of the world, that's what I signed up for. And more important, that's what I get to do.
Michigan State Madness is set for Friday the 13th with doors opening at 8 p.m. for player autographs and trick-or-treating. It kicks off with the introduction of the women's basketball team under first-year coach Robin Freilich, followed by Tom Izzo and the men's basketball introductions.
Michigan State tennis competed in the 2023 ITA All-American Championships in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and those just wrapped up on Saturday. The Spartans had a great showing with multiple players competing in singles and doubles. Max Sheldon and Ozan Barish defeated Harvard in 3 sets in the round of 32, but then lost the next round to Virginia, also in 3 sets. Barish, however, was the highlight for the green and white, finishing with 7 total wins and made it all the way to the semifinals in singles, where he ended up losing to the nation's #1 ranked tennis player, Elliot Spizzirri from Texas. Michigan State will be back to ITA play on October 19th, through the 23rd at the ITA Midwest Regionals in Ann Arbor.
That's all the time we have for you today on this edition of Spartan Sports Report.
Make sure to check us out on all our social media accounts below, as well as on the Spartan Newsroom website for continued sports coverage.
Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you all next week.